You're probably seriously underestimating how much work it's going to take to become a YouTuber. This video is mostly for the people who are starting a YouTube channel or have one already. Maybe you've been doing it for a while and you're not getting the results you want, or what's happening isn't really happening for you. I can understand that frustration. It's pretty hard to want to continue going at something, especially when you feel like you're not getting the outcome that you thought you would get. It's that expectation versus reality starting to set in. I saw a post earlier this morning on Reddit, and it was someone who said that they had been doing YouTube for 4 years, posting one video a week. They had a gaming channel, and they haven't really gotten anywhere. And they felt pretty frustrated by their lack of progress. And that's totally understandable, especially when you are perceiving how long you've been doing it for, which is, 4 years. But in this case, this person, well, they've had a channel for 4 years. They've only been posting a video once a week. And in total, if you added all that up, that's around 200 videos. And let's say you compare this to a successful YouTube channel like, let's say PewDiePie or Penguin Zero. These guys have 7,000 plus uploads. And you've uploaded 200 videos over 4 years. And you're expecting that you're going to be successful or see some moderate amount of success by the time of uploading 200 videos. And you're not seeing that. There is this hiccup that a lot of creators are arriving at when they realize that how much work this is going to take, how much of a time investment this is going to take, how much of your life you're actually going to need to sink into YouTube if you want to make it successful. Because it's easy to fall into this trap where you see a couple channels that, they've only posted 10 videos, 20 videos, and they're huge. They have thousands of subscribers. And so you think, well, maybe I'll get lucky like them. And you can base the entire success on YouTube algorithm and luck rewarding your channel or not, and boiling it all down to luck. It's not just luck. Chances are you just haven't been working on it hard enough or long enough. While 4 years is a long time, if you're only posting once a week, you can't really expect to get big. But there is a difference. There is some nuance here, okay? If you are making a high production video that actually takes you about a week to make, and you're, spending 8 hours per day on this video that you release once a week, and you're not seeing any results after 4 years, yeah, okay, that's understandable. Maybe you need to look at what's going wrong there, because you're sinking all this time and effort and energy into this project that's not working. But if you are making a video that takes you maybe an hour, 3 hours at most, and you're posting that once a week, how can you really expect to get big? Really, how can you really expect your channel to blow up if you're putting in minimal effort? It's just, it's kind of like saying I want $1 million and I want it now, and then expecting someone to just ship it to your doorstep and it shows up tomorrow. It's a little bit unrealistic. And I think a lot of people don't really want to hear this, so I might get a little bit of hate for this opinion. But oftentimes most people don't work hard enough on the things they actually want. They give up way before, or they don't even realize how much hard work is going to take to get where they want to be. They don't realize the amount of work and effort that goes into actually becoming great or good at something or successful. They don't realize how many failures you have to go through before you even get to some measure of success. You're going to have to fail a lot more than you think you will. And it's going to hurt a lot more than you think it is. It's more of a suffering project than it is a success project, because you have to suffer through a lot of failures, a lot of mistakes, and then sometimes walls, which are sometimes the most difficult parts of failure. Hitting a wall and not knowing how to get over, under, or around it. YouTube is not an easy game. Some people do get lucky and they just, they build a channel and suddenly it blows up. But that doesn't happen too often. And if you're relying on that for your success and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to try a few videos, see if I blow up, and then if it doesn't work, I drop the project, well, then you probably were never meant to be a YouTuber in the first place. Because this is going to take a lot more work than you think it will. It's going to take a lot more perseverance than you think it will. And yeah, like one video a week, the only time it's really reasonable is if you are so slammed with all the things you have going on in your life and you're so busy and you still love this hobby and you want to make a video and you want to put it out there and you want to still grow your channel. But at the same time, if you don't have much time to devote to this pursuit, you can't really have the expectation that it's going to get big, because you're just not working hard enough at it. Like the difference between making a really high produced video once a week where you spend hundreds of hours on it, or a kind of cheap little whatever video that you only spend maybe 3 to 4 hours on, there's a big difference there. Some YouTube channels, it takes them a long time before they can post a video. Some channels, it's like they need like a month to create the video they're trying to create, and they only post 12 videos a year. But those videos that they make are so highly produced and they're so rare that people will watch them. But they're still putting in a lot of work to make those videos happen. Versus a channel that's a gaming channel where content usually comes a little bit more cheap because it's pretty easy to record gaming footage and commentary. Therefore, the work has more to do with the volume of content you're putting out, not the quality. It depends what your niche is. Take a really good example of a YouTuber who has to put a lot of time and effort and energy into his videos is Yosh. He does Trackmania artificial intelligence videos, which is very niche. Like he has a very cool niche. He trains artificial intelligence to beat world record Trackmania records. He has his own AI. He's building his own AI to beat the world records on Trackmania. And to make those videos that he makes, they're incredibly well polished. They're very interesting, great storytelling. And I find them fascinating, but they only come out once every 3 months. It's rare for him to make a video, but I watch it all the way through because I really enjoy it. But it would be difficult for him to make it on a shorter time frame. Like he wouldn't really be able to do a daily video unless he's recording his process on each video. But that's not how he decided to do his channel. He decided to do high polished content. So if you were making a video a week and you're doing this high polished content, completely understandable if you've got 4 years in a video a week, around 100, 200, 150 to 200 videos, and you're like, this isn't working. At that point, I could totally understand if you wanted to step away from YouTube and you were putting a crap ton of work in. But if you're not putting that much work in, like maybe the problem is YouTube for you? Maybe the problem is, do I want to work hard? And do I want this badly enough? Because if you don't want it badly enough, yeah, you're not gonna stick it through. You gotta want it. And ideally, you also want to enjoy it too. Because why do something you don't enjoy? Like with this channel, I can tell you that I've had a lot of down days where I just really didn't want to continue doing this channel. But fundamentally, underneath all of those bad days or bad moments, I still liked making videos. I still like doing it, and I still plan to continue. And I plan to continue with a high amount of volume because I know that if I really want to make the channel successful, I have to. I have to work hard at it. I can't just, post a couple videos and hope they blow up. That's not going to happen. I have to post video after video after video after video, failure after failure after failure after failure. And until maybe I get like 10,000 videos on my channel, maybe at that point I'll be successful. But there's also no guarantee that that's going to happen either. I don't know. But I know for sure that if I don't work hard enough at it, there will be no chance of me ever making it there. The chance will be 0 or next to. So why not work hard at it? Like, why short yourself? Why not just make stuff you like making and work harder at the things you want to do? Because if you enjoy YouTube, then why not make more content? And if you don't like it, if you don't like how much work this requires and you don't want to keep working at YouTube, stop. Go do something else. Go find something else you like working hard at. Because there's actually so much reward that comes from hard work. So much reward. There's more reward that comes from hard work than sitting on your ass. Especially if it's something you like doing, which is perhaps the best thing you could probably do. And the best way to find out what you like doing is by doing a lot of things you don't like. Because it'll help you get closer to finding things you do like. At any rate, I just felt like this video needed to be made. I know many other people have made these videos, but just, if you're gonna make a YouTube channel and you think it's gonna be easy, it's not. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard. It's not gonna be easy. And you're gonna have to spend a lot of time in uncertainty and in doubt and in self-criticism. But fundamentally, it's gonna take a lot more hard work than you expect. A lot. Way more. And if you are not willing to put that work in, then don't expect your channel to get big. Don't expect it to be a success. It's a bit of a hard truth, but it's also partially reality. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you do get lucky and the first few videos you post blow up. Maybe you do. But if they don't, maybe you have to ask yourself, am I willing to put in the work?